Good morning, Canvas Real Estate Miami Lakes team. This is yours truly, Coach Joel Malian. Today is Wednesday, July 21st, and I am going to be sharing with you finding Hometown Heroes buyers and leveraging the actual Hometown Heroes program. So first and foremost, let me explain to you about a little bit about the Hometown Heroes program. There has been a couple of changes to it. And once I share it, perhaps you may have heard of it or maybe not. But once you hear about it, you're going to be very excited because now the opportunities are going to be even greater. So the first thing is that the Hometown Heroes program has changed and will be changing come July 1st. They have increased the income limits for Dade and Broward by $10,000 a piece. I don't know the exact amount, but it's somewhere in the mid 100s. It's 140, 150 plus. And Dade is a little bit more than in Broward, but that's something that was it's one of the changes about the Hometown Heroes program. The second one is that there's a maximum income limit. So your customers cannot pass that amount. So keep that in mind. The second change is that there's going to be, they've increased the maximum contribution from $25,000 to $35,000. So that is another added value to this program. And the third thing is that before it used to be only for the Hometown Heroes, those occupations that qualified for the Hometown Heroes program, in which, by the way, this training is going really to be about focusing on those occupations, although these changes are going to be across the board. But I believe that you need to be focused in your strategies as to what it is that you're looking to do and who you're targeting. So this training is really going to be focused on those occupations that were part of the Hometown Heroes program, which was the medical industry, the education, those that were in the education, employment, the first responders, law enforcement, and military personnel. But now, provided that the buyer is employed by a Florida-based company, they qualify for the Hometown Heroes program. So that means everyone, provided again that the corporation that they work with is based out of the state of Florida. Yeah. So to me, that is a game changer. Yes. in this process. Of finding buyers that are able to capitalize on this opportunity that has been provided to us. And then the other one is that there is a minimum credit score required of 640. So the key to this is having reputable lenders to work with you. Okay. So I know that we have here in our office Vista Prime Mortgage. That is one of the lenders that not sponsors, but that is able to help buyers get qualified, get pre-approved. And being that they are sponsoring or affiliated mortgage company, then I recommend for each and every one of you to use Vista Prime Mortgage. But again, it's like everything in any business, it's all about relationships. I recommend this as a coaching moment. I recommend that each and every one of you have 3 lenders at a minimum, because you could reach out to one lender for A, B, or C reasons. They're out of town, they can't connect, personalities, clash, whatever. You know, people like to do business with people they know, people they like, and people they trust. So that goes into this mortgage business. So I recommend a coaching moment that you have 3 lenders that you go to. Make sure that one of the lenders that you go to, one of your 3 lenders, are now you have Vista as one, the in-house lender, and one of the other ones that you have that they also are able to do this Hometown Heroes program, or any first, and for that fact, any first-time home buyer programs, because there's many of them out there. But for the sake of this training, this is going to be geared towards a Hometown Heroes program. All right. So those are some of the changes to the Hometown Heroes program, financing program. Now, this is the vision, and I'm going to cast a little bit of a vision here for Canvas Real Estate in Miami Lakes during the summer months. And when I say the summer months, between now and Labor Day, okay? We're going to be using, or I'm going to recommend, and everything that you're going to see moving forward from here is we're going to use the Americana team of Stars and Stripes, the flag, the red, white, and blue. And the reason for that is for branding, okay? We want to focus. We want to, we want to look unified. And so we have our brand, our Canvas brand, but then if we add this, this Americana team throughout the summer months, and it's going to, it plays right into their summer months, because we got 4th of July, but that's fine. Everybody correlates the 4th of July with the summer, with the beach, and we could lead it up to Labor Day. So I have my own calendar, the Million calendar. And for me, the summer begins Memorial Weekend and it finishes Labor Day weekend. That's me personally. Forget about that. I think it's either today or tomorrow, that the summer starts. Okay, for me, it started on Memorial Weekend and it ends on Labor Day. Okay, so that is a vision that I have. Now, the other part of the vision that I have is that we as agents and as an office, that we focus on finding buyers for this program. Let's put all your energy, all your resources, everything that you do, let's focus it in finding buyers, okay? Now, that's going to lead towards after Labor Day, that we're going to have our next our first-time home buyer seminar. So you're bringing people into your loop, to your net, you're connecting with people, finding leads, and just, you got to get them placed. Okay. So not everyone's ready, because, people need to put their house in order. They need to get their income taxes in place. They need to have a little bit of savings. So what you're going to do is going to make as many contacts as possible, and you're going to go strategically to certain segments of employment opportunities to focus and target certain buyers. Okay. Then with that, then you're going to lead through the summer, getting them, under contract, get them under a buyer's loyalty agreement, meaning that you're going to be their buyer's agent. Now, you're going to have, when you present this opportunity, not every lender works with this program. Okay. That is my understanding now. Now, once July 1st comes, that this opportunity that there's $35,000 and it's opening up across the board, more lenders are going to say, okay, I guess we need to do this. Okay. And the reason that lenders don't get involved with this program is because their earnings are not as much as if they were to produce a loan and place it with one of their wholesalers, one of the wholesale banks that pays them on the back end for placing that loan with them. But at the end of the day, they make up for it. If you're good at what you do, you can make up for it in volume. A little bit more work, but it's fine, because this business is about repeat opportunities. It's about referrals. So if you do a good job, and that goes for the lending industry, that goes for us as a real estate, for the inspection company, anyone, then you could expect to, get a referrals or have business opportunities by referrals from people who've done business with you. Okay. So here's something I'm going to be sharing come July 1st. And maybe I might start it even earlier. I'm going to be sharing something called Bold Laws. So in the prior company that I was at, they had a program called the Bold program. Well, within that Bold program, there was something called Bold Laws. So every day, Monday through Friday, I'm going to be sharing in the WhatsApp group a bold law with a bold affirmation. That's to start building mindset. Okay. There's 33 of them. So this should be good for the next 6 months throughout the whole summer for the most part. I'm sure I'll miss a couple of days here and there, but I'm going to ask for grace on that. But be on the lookout for that. Now, the reason I mentioned that is because one bold law says what you focus on expands. Okay, so that is why we're going to be focusing on the Hometown Heroes program with the Americana theme, and Stars and Stripes, flags, red, white, and blue. Okay, because what you focus on expands. Okay, so here are the strategies for finding these types of buyers. Okay, so one is gear all of your marketing and communications around the Hometown Heroes financing program, and that goes for your social media campaigns, by text, printed flyers, by mail and correspondence, and in-person prospecting. So I'm giving you 5 strategies there that you're able to use and implement by creating certain flyers and just messages to reach out and hone in on your message. In other words, your message needs to be direct. Okay, it needs to be, the other day I heard that one of the keys to marketing is that your message needs to be consistent and very similar. Don't put out there different messages, because then you're throwing people, you're going to confuse people. So let your message be direct as to what it is that you're going to do. Okay, what it is that you're marketing and what it is that you're looking for. All right. So I'm going to share here verbally, and then, like I said, to those that were on the Zoom and before I started, that I have all my notes written and written down in handwriting, but I'm going to take these notes and I'm going to have them typed out, and I'm going to be sending them to each and every agent with a recording to this training. You're going to be receiving an attachment with it typed out. Now, on that attachment, one of the things you're going to see is a script. So here's a script, okay? And this is part of your message. Be a hero to a hometown hero by assisting them to become a homeowner with less than $7,000. Contact me for more info. Okay, so again, be a hero to a hometown hero by assisting them to become a homeowner with less than $7,000. Contact me for more info. Why is it that I say that anyone could purchase a home with less than $7,000? So now let's think of most homes here in South Florida. They're ranging about 500,000. Again, 5%, I believe that is the number that Hometown Heroes will contribute for down payment and closing costs. So 500,000 times 5% is $25,000. Now, let's say you're able to get a small contribution from a seller. Let's say anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. Okay. Now, with an additional $7,000, okay, basically they have enough to cover the down payment and the closing costs. Okay, so again, if you're able to negotiate with any seller, and this is going to be the key to this program, okay, is that as you fill your pipeline with buyers, then your market is going to be targeting the for sale by owners that are out there. All right. Why do I say that? Because most properties out there, they're in the MLS, yes, but as you know, being that the market is as hot as it is, and now once this Hometown Heroes program kicks in, it's going to get even hotter. That means for every listed property, there is going to be anywhere between 5 to 10 buyers. However, on the for sale by owners, unless you're an agent that's prospecting for sale by owners and looking at for sale by owners and approaching for sale by owners, the pool of buyers that they're going to bring in is less. Although buyers who are on the market, they're savvy, they know that they could go to Zillow and find the for sale by owners. Okay. But needless to say, what you want to do is reduce, you want to approach these for sale by owners, and perhaps you could strike up a negotiation with them. You tell them, hey, I could sell your property for 2.75% or 3%, less than what the market brings. And will you allow me to help you market your home? So that's going to be a whole different set, a whole different conversation that it's not applicable to this training, but that we're going to be focusing on sellers after Labor Day throughout to the end of the year. So we're going to focus on buyers now, fill the pipeline with buyers, and then we're going to fill the pipeline with sellers after Labor Day. Then all of our trainings are going to be geared towards, or at least everything that's going to be coming from me is going to be geared towards the listings, working with sellers. But let's stay within the context of this training. So that was one script. Here's a second script. And you're going to reach out and you're going to say, hi, so-and-so, this is Joel Milian. I'm a local realtor. I'm seeking to help as many of our hometown heroes become first-time home buyers due to a special financing program that allows them to acquire a home for less than $7,000. Therefore, who would you happen to know that may be in any of these occupations? A, or you could say 1, medical industry, 2, in the education sector, or 3, government workers like police, law enforcement, or emergency departments, or first responders, or military. Now, again, let me repeat it. Hi, this is Joel Milian, or hi, so-and-so, this is Joel Milian, and I am a local realtor or real estate agent seeking to help as many of our hometown heroes become first-time home buyers due to a special financing program that allows them to acquire a home for less than $7,000. Therefore, who would you happen to know that may be in any of these occupations? 1, medical industry, 2, in the education sector, 3, any government workers like either policemen, law enforcement, emergency department, first responders, or in the military. Great. When they answer you, great. May you please keep me in mind and contact me or forward my contact info and flyer to anyone who may qualify under these guidelines. And then what you do is you send your contact information, a copy of your business card, along with any flyer that you have created. Okay. So that is how you're going to get your message out. All right. Now, another thought is create a flyer that you're able to post on your social media, that you're able to send by text or able to send by email with all of your contact information. Okay. So create a flyer, again, using the Americana theme. Okay. Here's another thought. Post this flyer every day on all of your social media platforms and use videos once or twice a week to make this announcement while coming from contribution. Okay, so that's another bold law. Come from contribution. Okay, so here's an idea. Be creative by going to any of these occupational places and video yourself or the place where you're at. So just go in front of a school, the background, and shoot yourself a video. Hey, my social media followers, This is Joel, your real estate agent, you're the local real estate agent. I'm here to announce that I'm currently working and looking for hometown heroes. And who qualifies for our hometown heroes program? Well, anyone who works behind me in a school setting, anyone who works in the university, anyone who works in the education sector, please reach out to me if you know anyone that could take advantage of this program, that they're able to acquire a home with less than $7,000. Contact me. My number, blah, 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 and your website. Put that in your stories, on your reel, put that, on your social media. Do that once or twice a week, just at home. Find a nice place in your home where nice background, and again, just take a video, take a short video, keep it short, keep them sweet and short, but post out there, take a video, put it on your social media and send it out. Okay. So that's another thought, an idea in order to drive some traffic and find some buyers. Okay. Here's another thought. Go through all of your phone contacts or social media contacts and identify anyone who is in the industries that I mentioned earlier. I'll mention them again. Anyone that's in the medical industry, anyone that is an educator, that is part of the education system, any first responders, any law enforcement, any military past or present. So anyone that has served in the armed forces, if they're on your phones or in your social media, reach out to them. Chances are they know someone. So that's one way. And again, come from contribution. When you come from contribution, people are not going to resist you. Okay, you're bringing good quality information. You're providing a service and you're looking to help as many individuals become homeowners as possible. Okay, so no one is going to resist you on that. All right. Now, once you identify all those individuals that I mentioned in these industries, and remember, the Hometown Heroes program is anyone that's based out of Florida company, but we want to focus on certain industries. Keep it as the Hometown Heroes. And there's a reason for that, because, now you don't have to think outside the box. You don't have to deal with anybody else with different industries. Again, all those are open for business, but keep your message. Again, there's two parts to this business. One is prospecting and one is marketing. What I'm talking about here is using marketing. Okay, you're marketing this program to as many people as possible. And you want to, and you want to have a target audience, because if you go broad, then it's everyone. But if you target someone, now people will pay more attention. And now you're able to find these groups, able to find these affiliations, associations, whatever. Okay. Now, once you do that, once you identify those people, now you could also send a text, or you could call people in your contacts and use the two scripts that I shared with you. Okay. Here's another thought. Print some flyers with this info and attach your business cards to it, and go into your local community and go meet some contacts or businesses within the medical community and share this info with them. Okay. So go out, meet people right in your local community. You don't have to go too far. Just drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from where you currently live or currently work. And hey, just go into those medical buildings, the medical offices, and again, target. And along the way, you're going to come across individuals. Okay. You might see a law enforcement officer. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that after a little bit later on about in-person prospecting. But again, the key is having the same flyer and putting your business card on there, and go into your local community. All right. Now, here's a scripture verse for those who read the word and like the word of God. Matthew 7:7-8. It's not applicable for our business. Well, let me rephrase that. Okay. I'm going to take it out of context, but it's applicable for our business. So Matthew 7:7-8 says, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be open, ask and you shall receive. For everyone who seeks shall find, everyone who asks shall receive, and everyone who knocks, the door will be open to you. Okay. I believe those words, you could translate that into our business. I have for many years. I wish I don't have my wallet here with me, but if you open up my wallet, I have an index card and I have that scripture verse written on there. Okay. I know in the company that I was in before, they would use that. It's a secular company, but within the training, they would use that scripture verse, that Bible verse, Matthew 7:7-8. Okay. So take that for what it's worth. All right. Now, here's another thought in you being able to prospect and leverage this Hometown Heroes program by mail or correspondence. Do the same thing by sending a flyer with your business card with a small note using the script. Again, just use the script. Send it out to those that you know, people that you meet along the way. Here's a thought. The renters, okay, being that the program is open to everyone, okay, if I were you, I would go into the MLS, go over the past 6 months, or go past 6 months, because people usually do a lease for a year. All right. And find those people who have rented a property over 6 months ago that their lease will be up within the next 6 months. Target these renters. Okay. You have the address. You don't have their names. All you need to do is put current resident or Mr. or Mrs. resident, the address, and send these flyers out. Put them in an envelope. By the way, Javier, there was some of your correspondence.
Yeah, was sent back to the office.
Yes, it was sent to the office. We were wondering, and then I turned it around. I saw the seal, and I told Marlene, okay, who has gone through the Brian Buffini program here? Okay, because I recognize.
Oh, that's quite a few.
Yeah,
That's quite a
Yeah.
few. Hi, Marlene.
but this is wonderful. You know, using different color envelopes. This is exactly what we
Yeah.
need to be doing. This is great. Okay.
Definitely.
So,
Thank you.
so now that I have this on my hand, that leads me to the following. So coming September, I am going to reach out to Brian Buffini and see how I could become a facilitator, because I've done the Brian Buffini program. I have like 2 or 3 of these kits, and I'm going to see if I could become a facilitator, and I'm going to be bringing that to the canvas, not only here, Canvas Real Estate Miami Lakes, but the overall canvas. And I will be speaking with Ernesto. Maybe we could do this in Weston. I haven't got to the Weston office, but I hear out of all our offices, the one that has the biggest training room is the one in Weston. So be on the lookout for this in the future, that we will be going through the Brian Buffini working by referral program. That's a great program. And which, by the way, how do you feel that you've done in with that program, Javier? I see you're implementing the strategy. So what's your take on that? And
It's a work in progress. I guess
Okay.
it takes time to build that pipeline, you know. But I mean, I enjoyed it, and there was a lot of takeaways. So
okay, no, there was other stuff other than doing the mail out. So it's a great
Yes.
program. The mayor, have you done the mayor campaign?
the what?
The mayor campaign. There's a part there about the mayor campaign, which is calling people people in your database and asking them if they were to do business, will they do business with you?
Oh, yes, but I
Okay.
didn't connect to the dots when you said mayor campaign. Okay,
Okay.
yes,
All right.
yes, like to work on a referral basis, like, hey, you'll be my truck set expert on this, and I'll be your truck set expert on that. How do you feel about that? And
There you go.
engaging and connecting and breaking bread, or have them,
Absolutely.
meeting people every once in a while. There's a lot of different techniques. Pretty cool.
Absolutely. And here's another one doing the business mixers. So. All right, so I start these trainings and I get sidetracked because I just, remember things and see things, but again, so this is excellent, that you're doing this, Javier, and you could apply this and anyone, any one of us that is listening to this training. You could prospect any renters, create a rental list, and you don't have to break the bank, do it according to your budget. The key is that you do it consistently. If you do it once, it's not going to bring you back return. You might get someone to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested in becoming a homeowner, or I know someone who's looking to become a homeowner. But the key to anything, any marketing, is you do it consistently. So take a look at your budget, whatever your budget is. If you have $50, $100, $200 for this project, then break it out so you could do it multiple times. I would say 3 or 4 times, minimum 3 times. Okay. And send out these correspondence. If it's 50 renters, hey, 50 is better than none. If it's 100, more power to you. But make it, base it on your budget. Again, you don't have to break the bank. It's an envelope and a stamp. What's a stamp now? 55, 60 cents. So you could do 100, mail outs for $60 with the stamp, and then add the cost of the envelope and the paper, let's say $10. So $70 times 3, $210. So, make an investment on your business. You gotta do things outside the box. Okay.
Mhm.
You got to do something different. And again, this business is either you fish for it, you find it, or you pay for it, or you market it. Okay. But you have to have a combination of both, because marketing it by itself, you could buy the business, but it's very expensive. Nowadays, it's very expensive.
And you can have people help you out too, like family members, your kids during summer, like they can fold the letters for you,
Absolutely.
right? Have someone do the handwriting on the envelope,
Absolutely.
looks more personal. So it can become a
Absolutely.
family thing too.
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Okay. So that is the part for the mail or correspondence. Again, sending out a flyer. Again, you create the flyer, send it out with your business card and with a small note using the script. Okay. So now I'm going to segue into in-person prospecting. Okay. So I kind of mentioned a little bit about going, let's say, in a school. Well, here's another thought. Go to any medical clinic or doctor's office in your neighborhood or medical office building. Okay. So the same applies. Reach out to them, have the script, have the flyer, have your business card, dress for success, very important. Okay. Because, people are going to make an impression. They're going to make a decision about you, and they're going to size you up within the first 10 seconds. Either they're going to work with you or hear you out based on your first impression. Okay. So that's one part. B, and I kind of started mentioning it, approach any law enforcement personnel with their permission. Okay. Again, you walk into Einstein Bagels right now. I could probably go to Einstein Bagels and there's probably 2 or 3 law enforcement officers. They're having lunch, they're having breakfast, whatever. I will get their attention first. I'll tell them, hey, Mr. Officer or Mrs. Officer, could I get your attention for 1 minute? Yes, great. Oh, my name is Joel. I'm a local real estate agent, and I'm currently looking to connect with individuals, especially in the law enforcement industry, that they're eligible to become first-time home buyers using a Hometown Heroes program. Have you heard of this program? Oh, no, I've never heard of it. Yes. Oh, great. Well, I'm just want to let you know that you could acquire, you or any of your coworkers could acquire, if you're a first-time home buyer, you could acquire a home with less than $7,000. Okay, how do you think that conversation is gonna go? It's gonna be a very positive conversation. Chances are, they're gonna give you, they're gonna allow you, for you to give them your business card or give them a flyer. Okay?
Mhm.
And hey, you connected with a law enforcement officer, someone that serves our community, someone that's putting their life on the line. And we could be of added contribution to them. We could be, a better said, of added value to them. Okay, when nothing threatening, again, you're bringing something of value to them and to their whole community, to all their co-workers. And you never know. That goes the same for any first responders that are out there. Again, I see them in Publix all the time. They go in as a team, 5, 6, 7 of them. They just go and shop and cook, approach them, or go to any local firehouse for that fact. Hey, you're gonna be doing something that nobody else is doing. I'm just giving you ideas here. Okay, I'm just opening up your awareness of what you could do to build your business, where you could find these opportunities and these prospects. Okay, so go to any local firehouse. All right. Also go to any local school, public or private, and share this info. Like right now, it's not a good time because it's summertime, but we have here someone that has the education, that she worked in the public school. So when do teachers come back?
They come back in August.
August, okay. So remember,
Mid-August.
all right, so mid-August. So remember, we're focusing on this program to push this program hard throughout the summer through Labor Day. So guess what? In August, put it on your calendar, the first or second week of August, you're able to go into these schools. And now guess what? You have a captive audience because the kids are not there. Okay, so if you strategically go to one of your local schools, your elementaries, your middle schools, and your senior highs, you're going to have a captive audience. And guess what? Why don't you try to set up a lunch and learn for them? They all go to lunch, get one of these lenders, get one of your affiliate partners and say, would you welcome for me to do an educational lunch and learn regarding this program, this first-time home buyer program? Guess what? You're going to get a buy-in because they all go to lunch. That's one thing. They're going to work 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and they need a lunch break. And hey, if you have 5, 5 is better than none. If you have 10, great. And you have 15 plus, more power to you. But that's a thought. Okay. Again, it's thinking outside the box. All right. D, or another idea or thought is team up with one of your colleagues and go do this. So I know, Javier, you work with Irina. I know you guys are doing, you guys are going about prospecting as a team. Anyone who's listening to this recording, team up with one of your local agents, one of your team partners here. Go out, have some fun. A couple of weeks ago, as we were leading to the first-time home buyer seminar, I worked with a couple of agents here at the office, and we went out just in the local here, Miami Lakes area, and we made many contacts. We must have made at least 40 or 50 plus contacts in a couple hours. 1 hour, hour and a half, we went to 3 or 4 different shopping centers and medical centers and just business complexes, and we approached everybody. And again, we were just getting the word out about the first-time home buyer seminar. As we started getting towards the end of August, then actually at some point here, I would say in the middle of August, the third week of August, then we're going to ramp up again the farmers market to get the word out again. The first-time home buyer seminar and the Hometown Heroes program. And we're going to be hammering away. All right. Now, I'm going to end up with 3 bold laws. Okay. And then I would like to get some big ahas from you, anything that you have learned, anything that I have shared, anything that you may want to add on something that I didn't touch base on where we could find these buyers for the Hometown Heroes program. So here's a bold law: be, do, and have. Okay, so be you, do, and you will have. All right, here's another bold law: focus on the plan, not the problem. So everything I'm sharing with you, okay, Joel, I see this, I see that, I see a challenge in this, I see a challenge in that. Okay, focus on the plan, not the problem. I've laid out here in a span of 30+ minutes, multiple strategies that each and every one of you, if you implement, you take one or two of these strategies, I guarantee you, you're going to put yourself in a position to capitalize on it and earn a paycheck. Again, part of my role as a coach and part of the coach is to put you in a position to win. That is a responsibility of a coach. I'm putting you in a position for you to succeed, for you to capitalize, and for you to earn a paycheck, okay, by finding multiple streams of buyers. All right, so focus on the plan, not the problem. And this last bold law is success is simple, but not easy. Okay, it's not easy. I know it's going to be hot out there. I know it's going to be in the 90s and you're going to sweat, but hey, it's not, success is simple. It's not easy. When you got this real estate license, you know, I don't know what your thought was that this business was about, but this business is like any occupation. You got to work. Okay. The money doesn't grow on trees. It's not going to find you unless you go out and find it. Okay. So you got to put some, what we will call some sweat equity, investment of time in order to produce, opportunities. So like I always say, contacts lead to leads, no pun intended. Leads lead to appointments. Appointments lead to opportunities. Opportunities lead to signed agreements. Whether you get a buyer loyalty agreement, or you get a listing agreement. All right. So I'm going to open it up here to the ladies that are in the house to give me a thought, give me a big aha, anything that I've shared regarding this program that you took away and that you think that you could apply for this business, or you could complement this business.
Me personally, I actually liked the concept of your script where we are videotaping in front of the medical office or the school. Go figure. I didn't even think about standing in front of my own school. Let me give some feedback first as to who I am. I do work with the team. I am not a realtor per se. What I do is I partner with the realtors to help those unqualified buyers. So I really loved the concept of standing in front of and doing that video and let people come and, you know, you're attracting, it's attraction marketing. And even when you go in boldly to meet and say, hey, I'm working to help Hometown Heroes. Well, let's say you do come across somebody who is interested and you have that lead and the lead turns into a full conversation. What happens when they don't qualify? And that's where I come in as a partnership. I'm here to support Coach Milian as well as Marlene here at Canvas Real Estate. And so that right there was a tip that even I myself can apply, because I am like with Anternique, who's here also. She's one of the realtors within this office. So even if I prospect and I find a client base, I can bring client bases, work with them on their credit and their finances, and bring them over and say, look, I have Anternique who specializes in this area. I have Joel Milian, who specializes in this area. And so it also gives me leeway as to how I can help you guys be empowered and bring you those leads as well. So I really liked that approach. I really did.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Jennifer.
Tú sabes que
Ay, está bien.
Sí, tú sabes, no entendí mucho.
Okay, está bien. All right, and Trinique came in a little bit late. I don't know if how much
But
she
she
was
did.
able, I don't know what she was able to grasp, anything that I shared, but anything that caught your attention in the few minutes that you were here of that I said.
Go to the police department and then, tell them about anything that has,
Okay, so Antronique is sharing, she said that she likes the idea about approaching, going to a police department, one of the local police departments, and just sharing this this opportunity of becoming a first-time home buyer. And and for them to disseminate the information. Remember, it's not only you, it's not only that person, is what that person takes with that information, that they may know 2 or 3 different people. And now especially that this program is open across the board, because that's something else that you're able to share. Now let them be the voice for you. Let them be the marketers for you as the agent, the real estate agent, that you are aware of the Hometown Heroes financing program, and that you have access to a lender that is able to provide this service at this time. So there's a small window here, I would say 2, 3, 4 months for you to really capitalize on this, because not all the lenders are working the Hometown Heroes program. Okay, because again, there's not too much money in there for them. Okay, so here's the opportunity until the industry catches up, but by then you're already out. You're already ahead. You got a head start. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. All right, because they might know lenders and they might know other real estate agents. Hey, do you know about this Hometown Heroes program? Yeah, I've heard of it. Oh, who do you work with? Oh, I don't know. Let me get back to you. Chances are by the time that agent gets back to them, weeks have gone by. But if you did what you were supposed to do, that you connected, you got a contact information, you follow up with them, you're ahead of the game. Okay. So you had
I was gonna say, even your scripture verse, for those that may go to, the church or belong to some sort of grouping of faith, the bottom line is, just in that scripture alone, one of the things you said is July 1st, it opens up to anything that's Florida based.
yes.
So bring it into your Sunday, right after, your mass, and they're gathered, having their pastries and coffee or whatever they do
Absolutely.
afterwards. That's a good time to use that quote unquote networking mindset and just talk to them and just let it be known that if they or anyone they know that works for a Florida-based company, that this is what you have to bring to the table and help them get ahead of the game. So if they think you're doing something extra for them ahead of when it opens to the masses, that right there is going to pretty much guarantee you a lead.
Absolutely. Great. Good thought. Jose, any thoughts? Any big ahas on anything that I've shared? You're on mute.
No, I think it was pretty straightforward. I'm also, making my plan. We're doing a Hometown Hero closing this month in July. In July. So I'm using that as an avenue. The person's a teacher and she's in administration. So I'm using that as an avenue to go to the school, say, hey, look, we just closed a Hometown Hero with this person. We can offer the same services to everybody, and use that kind of like a springboard.
Okay, awesome. And I'm going to share something else as to why I'm excited about this program, but I'm going to open up the floor to Javier. Javier, share with me any thoughts, any big ahas, anything that you would like to add.
Quite a few, but the one that I want to highlight on or comment on is on the MLS, checking on renters, like you can customize a search by zip code, however you like.
Oh,
And then focusing on those that are maybe back then were not able to buy, but now with other programs that they're available, they may qualify. So I think
Absolutely.
that's a great idea. Reaching out to those people. I'm gonna do that.
Awesome. And on that point, Javier, you want to look at a price point, I would say about $3,000, because anything under 3,000 may be challenging, because as you know, with the market the way it is and the prices, so you want to focus on those that rented over $3,000 a month.
Awesome. That's great. Awesome. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, so here's a thought piggybacking on something that you said, Jose, regarding the opportunity that you're having now helping your sister in acquiring property using the program. So what excited me about this program is that I saw on two different occasions, or actually I saw one on video and then I spoke with one of my lenders. So I saw someone in my social media account. It's a realtor that he was at a closing and he showed a closing statement of someone who purchased a property with cash to close out of pocket under $5,000. I think it was $4,400. Now that's exciting. I forgot the last time that I saw anyone acquire a property with less than $5,000. So then I get on the phone with one of my lenders, one of my preferred lenders, and he's telling me about a transaction he put together that he was a loan officer. And actually his buyer was able to compound the VA with the Hometown Hero program and acquired a property with $0. Listen to me, zero. That means the money that was on an escrow account was returned to him. Could you imagine acquiring anything with $0, let alone a real estate property? Now, being a witness to both of those stories that I know are true, and now I'm conveying it to you, that ought to excite you about this program and about this opportunity. And that's where I came up with the thought of acquire a property with less than $7,000. And I use $7,000. You know, you could say any amount. I kind of like 7. That's my favorite number, 7. So I like $7,000, less than $7,000. Okay. So here's food for thought, team. Let's go out. Let's pave the pavement. Let's make some money. Let's find some buyers. Let's make this the best summer while everybody's going on vacation. Here's another advantage that you have. Most of the agents are going on vacation, but guess what? Canvas Real Estate Agents, we're going to go out there and we're going to work. We're going to find buyers. We're going to connect with people, and we're going to fill our pipelines. And then we're just going to have a good rest of the second half. All right. So with that, this ends today's recording. One other announcement: next week we're going to have a celebration here. We're going to have a halftime adjustment. We're going to make some announcements. We're going to have a luncheon, so all the agents are welcome. Next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Let's just finish off the first half. Let's make some adjustments. This is part of one of the adjustments for the halftime for the next half, the second half of the year. So come on out, join us, join Marlene, join some of the agents and myself, and let's kick off the summertime with a bang, like they say, with stars, with the stars and fireworks. Take care.
Thank you.